Hi, this is Brita for The Happier Attorney, where we talk about flat fees and creating a practice and a life that fits you, that works for you, where you don't have to overwork and you can still make great money and leverage the skills and the judgment and the intellect that you have rather than just get paid for your money. Rather than just get paid for your minutes. And this month we are talking about self-care and why that is so critical for attorneys and how that works with flat fees. And this week we are talking about what self-care actually looks like. We hear that term and we might think it means indulgence. Like, okay, you're telling me to go get a facial every week or a massage every week? What does that mean? And I don't even know what to do if I take time off, right? So I'm just watching Netflix for 20 hours, okay? Is that self-care? So that's what we're talking about this week. And the answer is going to be, very subjective for each person. I don't know what your self-care looks like. And a great way to tell what is actually self-care versus not is having two columns. What activities or what things are energy vampires? And what things or activities are energy engines? So one group, if you do it, it just zaps all your energy. You're just like a zombie when you get done, right? And for me, that's watching too much TV. When you're just sitting there in front of Netflix, and I'm never energized at the end of it. I'm always it's an energy vampire. It is like somebody just takes a vacuum and sucks all of the energy out of me, okay? Another energy vampire is dealing with really stressful opposing counsel, toxic, mean, opposing parties or whatever. That huge energy suck, just huge, right? The things that are energy engines for me that even if I don't like doing them, I always feel better afterwards, because generally they are the harder things to do, are some exercise. I know, right? Like, oh my God, how many times do we have to hear it? It's true. Every single time, even a 10, 15-minute walk where I've been like, oh my God, that's the last thing I want to do. And I do it, I come back feeling better. Every single time. Eating healthy foods. Oh, what a difference. Energy vampire or not, right? When you eat crap, talk about an energy vampire. It just sucks you dry, right? So what are the things that are just going to zap all of your energy? That's one list. What are the things that really give you energy? A nap, right? Like, how many times do we give ourselves permission to take a nap? We need a nap. We need naps, right? Like, how many of you have been around kids or, you have your own kids when you're like, oh my gosh, that child needs a flippin' nap, right? Because how are they acting? They're not themselves. They're not firing on all cylinders. They're melting down. Guess what? So do we when we are tired. That's how we act too. We're not doing our best. We're not firing on all cylinders. And how do we feel when we have that nap? We get up and we're like, oh, I'm myself again. I feel like a normal functioning adult again, right? So what are some of the other things that give you energy, truly give you energy? Whether it be going out in nature, taking a walk, doing some exercise, taking a nap, talking to an old friend, having that, soul food connection with an old friend, good family member. That always pumps me up a little bit and makes me feel energized. Crafting, to me, does it. Doing something creative, painting, sewing, that always gives me energy. So write down, what is your list? And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be a big time suck. And when we say, I don't have the time, I don't have the money to do my list, That is the biggest bunch of BS ever, ever. The time is completely ridiculous. You have the same 24 hours that everybody else does. Get over yourself. That's just not making this a priority. That's just not being efficient. That's just not saying, this is important and I'm going to make time for it. And that means I might have to make some more difficult choices over here. That means I might have to cut out some busy work. That means I might have to be far more efficient. That means I can't be messing around online for 3 hours a day. Okay? And the money, that is also a total ridiculous BS excuse. Yes, you do have the money. You have the money to do some arts. You have the money to go take a walk. And you might have to make some different choices. You might have to rearrange the budget. You might have to earn more money if you want to get that Peloton. But make it a priority. It's not that you don't have the money. It's that the money's not a priority. It's that spending the money to take care of yourself isn't the priority. How does that feel? Right? Because if it was a priority, you'd find the money. Period. You find the money for your kids to take care of them. So make out your list and start off and really notice how you feel. How do you feel when you sit and watch, 6 hours of Netflix? Do you feel energized, or do you just feel like, oh, okay, I'll just do another 6 hours, right? How do you feel when you eat well versus eat like crap that day? How do you feel when you go and take a walk? Make your list of your energy vampires and your energy engines. And here's another great one that's so simple. Being dehydrated. I know, right? Like, we have doctorate degrees and we have to be told to drink water, right? It's true though. Drink your water, because when you're dehydrated, even before you start feeling it, you feel like a wilting little flower, right? And then you get hydrated and there you are. I know, it's beyond ridiculously simple. And how much water did you drink today? I know. So, make your list, and then let's start incorporating them into your life. And remember, this isn't about self-indulgence. This is about taking care of the $5 million racehorse, which is you. This is about taking care of yourself so that you can show up for yourself, so that you can show up well for your family, for your clients, for your employees, so you can show up in tip-top shape where you are ready to do the job, do it well, do it with a smile on your face, and not worry about the nonsense and the other overworking nonsense, how other people are acting. It doesn't matter, because you're happy, because you're taking care of yourself. Okay, if you got any value of this, like, subscribe, do all of the things so other people can find us, and join the Facebook group Attorneys and Flat Fees if you are not on there already. And if you want to check out events and workshops and how to work with me directly, go to breedalong.com. We'll see you next week.